So I never realized how much of a coffee snob I was until I came to Paris. The coffee that you get at any cafe in the street is actually not that good. Usually it just comes from like a machine and it's really watery and milky and just not delicious. So today I went on a search for a really good coffee. I've been craving just like a really rich, dark, perfectly foamy cup of coffee, like a latte that you would get at Cafe Allegro or something in the U District. So today I went and searched for a cafe to go to where I could find the perfect cup of coffee. Before I went, I stopped at the Musée Guimet. It's a museum of Asian art, which is really cool, and I really enjoyed looking at it, although I always feel a little bit weird because all of that art, it's like in Paris, but it's not from Paris. So I feel like I'm looking at stolen artwork in a way, but that's not, I don't know, I just always feel a little bit weird. But it was really cool and I really liked it. There's lots of Buddhas, which I liked. After that, I headed on over to the 18th arrondissement. After a little bit of searching and one failed attempt to find a good cafe, I eventually found Cafe Lomi, which is in kind of an interesting area of the 18th arrondissement. It was a lot like a cafe you would find in Seattle, so I think that's what I liked so much about it, and the coffee was delicious. While I was enjoying a delicious latte at Cafe Lomi, I was sitting next to a guy from Texas, and we got to talking a little bit, and he was explaining how he couldn't really tell the difference between the coffee at Cafe Lomi and the coffee that you would get at any cafe in Paris. And so I was explaining to him kind of the differences in the taste and the texture, and he recommended a good cafe to go to for me. A couple French girls that were sitting next to us also recommended that cafe and said it was very good specialty coffee. It's interesting how there's a difference here between normal coffee and like a specialty cafe. I guess it's more like a difference between, in Seattle, a difference between going to Starbucks and like a local cafe. Here it's like the difference between going to a street cafe and a specialty cafe that focuses on the coffee. I'm really glad I found a place that I can get a good latte, and I'm excited to try some different places as well. This week is midterm week. I wrote a paper for my social foundations class for my midterm in that class on Dionysus, and it kind of gave me inspiration. So currently I'm working on a painting of a female version of the god Dionysus. This is what my desk looks like right now. This is my female version of the god Dionysus. It's not finished, obviously, but I put the third eye in there because I got inspiration from the Buddhas that I saw today at the Musée Guimet. So I hope you have a good weekend, Lois, and I will see you on Tuesday.